Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us so we can go through a little bit about what makes us different. Then I'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO. He'll go over a back-end demo, actually show some of what I'm talking about. And then Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 20 years of experience, will put it all together in the traditional loan officer sense. So let me start by sharing my screen. And we'll explain a little bit more about what we mean here on the join page. So hopefully most of you have joined from here and checked it out. But obviously we are a little bit different. We come from a marketing and technology background. We are all about leads and our software. So unlimited free leads powered by our proprietary software, CRM, POS, LOS, all built in together with AI as well. That's the newest thing. And everything you're about to see is built for us by us. And myself and Kyle come from not your traditional banker background, of course, more of a technology background. So we have a little bit different spin on things here. Now, what makes it different is, I mentioned before, we're non-delegated correspondent. We'll talk about that in a minute. But really, we're all about giving you guys the technology to scale your business instantly. So we want to give you guys the tools to generate more business from what you're already doing. So whether you need to tap into our company leads to get started, or you're already rocking and rolling and you have your own leads and you just need a system to streamline that, we want to make sure we fill your guys' pipeline with leads. So our CRM and our systems you'll see here will allow you to plug in and instantly generate more business from what you're already doing. Now, first off, this section here, more about our business model. You've heard me mention it a couple times. We are non-delegated correspondent because we've tried this in all the different models over the last 5 years. FDIC bank, broker only, non-delegated correspondent, and delegated correspondent. We found that non-delegated is the best, and we're currently approved with 120 lenders and investors. And that's the best because we can have the best of both worlds. We can broker when we need to, and we can do correspondent loans for our borrowers when it fits them. So typically, we'll have the best rates and programs when we have our 5,000 plus programs with us as the lender, when we're a correspondent, with our 34 correspondent investors that we have. That's because correspondent pricing is always going to beat broker pricing, even at the same investor for the same exact program, because we're funding the loans with our own money, our own law firm is drawing the docs, all that kind of great stuff. And all the risk that comes with it comes the reward of better pricing there. Now, if there's any reason where we can't fund the loan with our own money and be the lender on the loan, no problem. We have over 110 wholesale lenders that we work with for specialty loans that we may not be able to do ourselves. So what that means for you guys is we have every loan program imaginable: VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, non-QM, DSCR, all the standard stuff we fund in-house. And if we can't fund that, typically the stuff that falls outside the box would be like commercial, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, fix and flip type stuff. Anything we can't fund, no problem. We can broker that with our wholesale lender partners. And we have AI built in. We call our AI mortgage officer assistant Calvin. Calvin, the AI loan officer assistant, helps you out every step of the way, gives you tips, emails, guides. Kyle will show you a little bit, but he helps every step. And let's get into the technology. As I mentioned, we've built everything that you're about to see, and it's built for us by us. It all starts with the website. So what you're looking at here, which is the start of it, which is where our AI is built in. As you see them down there in the bottom, we have our POS, CRM, and LOS all built in, and it's built for us by us. One login for you, one login for your customers. That's really what it means. So your customers can instantly flow from their just basics, name, email, phone number, to pulling their own live rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, syncing those liabilities into our Encompass-based platform. But you nor your customer have to log into that Encompass platform. It's all in the system. We also have our rate quotes with our 5,000 loan programs that we have in-house. When it's our loan, of course, we have the API integrated where we can automatically re-quote those people as well. So when you plug into the system with our 50 plus APIs, it allows us to basically push the file through without having to have any stops or any other logins or any other places for you or your customer to go. So again, the file is in Encompass, but you don't have to log into Encompass. We can use our API. Optimal Blue for pricing. Don't have to log into Optimal Blue. You get the pricing instantly with the click of a button. Meridian Link for credit, click of a button. Account Check for VOA, VOI, VOE, click of a button. Appraisal Works 5 AMCs, a click of a button. You get the point there. Everything is in the system with just the click of a button. And as we scroll down here, we also have our instant business cards and flyers. So once you plug and play, put your profile picture up there, your face will be on a business card and a flyer. You can start promoting yourself and your link. And once you start sending people to your website, we can actually capture leads from people that go to your website without even filling out a form. So you can see if some of your customers may be browsing, maybe they're back in market, you can start engaging them. And once you plug into our automated social media posting, you can start generating leads with your link is posted every day. If you connect your Facebook, we'll post a post every day to your Facebook that will have your link so you can generate leads for yourself. And we have our AI built in with our dual Oz. So our Calvin dual Oz AI not only does dual Oz side by side, lots of places do that, but we have our AI analysis. Calvin looks at them and compares them side by side and gives you a breakdown of what might be best. And we also have our development staff in-house to implement new features. We do new features every week, so give us a shout if you have anything that may help your team. And something we're very big about here is training and support and all the different business models. We found that a lot of different platforms were lacking. So we wanted to make sure we have all of the support for you guys. Even though we're remote based, we want to be able to have everything at your fingertips. So we do that with our remote learning center, right? A classroom, 24/7, 365. It's always open where you can learn. And we have our daily live training. So every day we do trainings for our team, but also publicly so other people can engage. So log into the remote training center anytime. Tune into our mortgage rate podcast, video podcast that we do 5 days a week. We do live rates in the morning. We also do a sales training and a loan officer training into specific loan officer topics. And then because we're remote based, we still want to get face to face. We have our live Zoom support where you need to log into Zoom. They'll take over your screen, look at where you're stuck, help you get unstuck, just like we were face to face in an office, even though we are not. And we have our knowledge center with thousands of articles, not just from us, but our hundreds of partners have different tips, tricks, guidelines, all kinds of different resources. So you can search through all of them at the click of a button. And the AI we have built in here is our Calvin Compliance AI, who is programmed with all the federal regulations, as well as the state regulations for the states we're licensed in, to give you some quick answers there in case compliance isn't available. And the next few bullets here are just some items that don't necessarily fit in the other categories, but we're still very passionate about here. We love to do our DSCR business purpose loans. We can do those in 44 total states, so a great opportunity to do loans and not necessarily having to get more licenses. We have all kinds of different ways leads come in. Kyle will show you that here in a second, but they're all at a 50-50 split, so we want to make it very simple and straightforward. Again, once you plug in, you'll be able to automate your lead generation at scale, as I mentioned before, and you can also set up your own lead campaigns. Kyle will show you how that works, or if you already have paid lead campaigns, you can import those with our webhook. We have a button where you can refer deals to your teammates for 75 basis points if there's any reason you have a conflict of interest or maybe not comfortable doing that type of loan, or maybe not licensed in that state. Click the button, refer your client to your teammate, help your teammate out. You can still make some great commission there referring those deals. We are a lender, so there is a little bit of delay on payroll, but we do have instant payroll available, right? So if you close a loan and you want to request instant payroll, we have that button where you can do that. There are no monthly fees, no hidden fees, no desk fees, nothing like that. We want to make sure everything is straightforward. So what you see is what you get. And since we're not in an office or anything, we still want to meet everybody face to face. So we do an annual retreat down here in Miami where we have our VIP yacht party treatment, and we'll also purchase your hotel room for those of you that are closing loans and part of the team, so we can meet face to face with everybody. And this is the video. If you guys drop off, you can watch a replay here. But let's go ahead and get into the compensation. I think I have to zoom out a touch here. There we go. So the compensation plans. First up, senior loan officer plan. Obviously, this is where everybody wants to get. This is our highest comp plan, 225 basis points. And that's on conventional non-QM. That's 2.25% for those that may not be familiar. Now, again, simple 50-50 split. So if one of our senior loan officers takes any company leads, no problem. They make 112.5 basis points on any company leads. For the regular stuff, that's 1.125%. Now, our senior loan officers obviously get everything everybody else does, but the extra features they get is they're going to be the ones receiving those referrals I mentioned before. When their teammate may not have the license or may not be comfortable, they're going to receive that, not just a lead, it's really a referral from your teammate, and you're going to have a teammate that's going to help you out. So those are the best leads you can have and the easiest leads because they're referrals from your teammates. All of our seniors have unlimited access to all our different lead sources. Kyle will show you that here in a second. And for those rocking and rolling, again, we want to build a platform for you guys. So anything over $2 million, we can give you 25 basis points extra bonus on that. because we want to make sure you plug into the platform. And for those of you rocking and rolling, you can earn extra there. And for those of you who like to teach, you can upgrade to a team leader in order to help your teammates structure files and earn an extra 25 basis points on those. And the fine print here, obviously you need to know how to do loans to be a senior loan officer. It is very difficult to be a broker and a correspondent on the same day, at the same time, with the same customer. It takes a little bit of skill there. So we want to make sure you've closed at least 6 loans in the last year. You understand the 2 different types of loans that we do here and know how to close both so that you can upgrade to a senior loan officer. And you just take the tests and all that great stuff when you're ready. Now, when you start, if you're just brand new or maybe just getting back into it, no problem. Start as a loan officer, 150 basis points. 150 basis points in non-conventional non-QM, that's 1.5%. And if you take a company lead, that's 75 basis points or 0.75%. Now, everybody has access to do non-delegated and brokered with our 120 investors and lenders, as we mentioned before. Everybody gets their website with the CRM, POS, LOS built in. Everybody gets the Calvin AI loan officer assistant. Everybody gets access to leads. And everybody can click that button if they need to refer a lead to a teammate. And we're licensed in 23 states for primary second homes. That means we can do 21 additional states for our business purpose DSCR. So feel free to click these when you're ready to start. If you're already experienced, no problem. Go ahead and click here. You can go ahead and take the tests, learn our business channels, and be a senior loan officer. If you're just getting back into it or maybe haven't closed that many loans, start as a regular loan officer here. Click this button, and you can learn on your couple loans while you take the courses to upgrade to a senior. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll revisit this at the end, but let's pass it over to Kyle and go over some of the actual back-end software here. You ready, Kyle?
Yes. Let me just share my screen here. All right. Go ahead and get it started here. So we'll do, full trainings on this when you come on board, but just want to point out some of the stuff that's cool here about our system. So here's our CRM. It does anything else a CRM does, right? You create your notes, send your emails, send your texts. You can also click a button to have our AI assistant Calvin create your emails and texts for you automatically, which is pretty cool. You can set reminder tasks. You can put people on action plans, drip campaigns that'll email and text them over time automatically on your behalf, all that kind of good stuff that most other CRMs do. But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So using our quoting system here with just a couple of pieces of info within a couple of minutes, you can click one button to pull all of our rates from our different investors, and you can send your client a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, where they have their different rate choices. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map of the property automatically, pulls in the Zestimate automatically, has the proposed loan info here, has the monthly breakdown of the taxes, insurance automatically, and of course the estimated lender fees, and then has you as the loan originator here. And you can also attach your realtor here. So your realtor partners love it. They know that they're going to be updated on what's going on. You're able to quote their clients immediately and attach them to the quote. Now, what's really cool is your client can then just click start my loan application. And what that does is that takes them to their borrower portal. Let me pull this up to show you what that looks like here. So when they jump right into their borrower portal, they can start their loan application right here. Their whole 1003, they fill out right here in our system. They don't leave the page. They are prompted to upload the documents we're going to need. They can see their loan info here. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at, which of course automatically updates as you go through your milestone. So that is what the client is seeing on their end. Now, let me show what you are seeing on your end here when there is, hold on, sorry about that. Let me show you what you see on your end here. So now that the client has submitted an application, notice this one says 100% complete here. That's why it's all green. And once they've submitted their application, we pull credit instantly and automatically. We pay for it up front so the client doesn't have to enter a credit card or anything. And what's going to happen is as soon as you click our Encompass API, as Nick said, we do use Encompass to originate, but it is in our CRM, so you don't actually need to pull up Encompass itself. But when you pull up our Encompass API here, the 1003 is already imported into here. The credit is already imported into here. The liabilities are in here. So everything is already in here for you automatically. Now, as Nick was talking about, our dual AUS here, dual automated underwriting for Fannie and Freddie with one click. And then not only do we do it in one click, but it also compares them side by side, and our AI Calvin will actually analyze them side by side for you. So that is how, now, once you're actually originating the loan, if we scroll down here, you'll see the conditions right here in your portal, right? So everything happens here in the portal. So one login for you, one login for your client. This is how we take somebody from being a name, email, phone number to communicating with them through the CRM, quoting them in the CRM, gathering their application and documents in the CRM, fulfilling the conditions within our system, all here from start to finish, one login for you and one login for your client. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So first and foremost, we send you leads from our ad campaign. So as Nick said, we come from the advertising world, and we have campaigns that we do. We run our own ads. And what happens is, as soon as somebody clicks on our ad and double opts in to be contacted, you are sent a text message immediately. So you can claim that lead and call them within the first minute, right? So you will be receiving text messages all day with links to leads to claim. So I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like here. This is just a simple screenshot here of some leads that were coming in over the course of an hour or two on my little test profile here. Notice we got some business purpose DSCR, we got some regular purchases. So, different types of leads coming in here. Now, another way that we provide you leads is with our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer, and just like any other auto dialer, you can call 300-400 people in a day. You can press a button to drop an automated text and email to them from you when they don't answer, so you can move right on to the next call. And we have leads loaded up in here for you. So there's thousands of leads in here for you to call every single day. Everything from actual leads from our ad campaigns to realtor call lists to cold call lists. There's always thousands of leads in here for you to call using the auto dialer. Now, another way to work leads in our system here is that we have leads that you can purchase. So those same leads that we're giving you at no upfront cost that we take a lead split on, you can actually purchase those and not have a lead split on them, right? So we're going to give you leads for free all day on a lead split, but you can also purchase these same leads from our same campaigns. That way you boost your pipeline even more, and there is no lead split on the back end. So we have a bunch of different options here, from purchasing more leads that come in live to purchasing bulk lists of, recycled leads, all that kind of stuff. So a bunch of different options here. Now, if you already purchase leads from somewhere else or get leads from somewhere else, you can also import leads into our system. So we give you your custom webhook here to where you can use that. We give you the instructions here on how to do it. So let's say you get leads already from Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update or something like that. You can then use your webhook here to bring it in from that source into our CRM instantly and automatically. So as soon as it comes in from that source, it's now in our CRM. You're notified by our CRM, so you can call them and quote them and do everything you would for any other contact in our system, right? So basically every way there is to work leads here, we have built into our system. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. So Jose, 28 years of experience as both a loan officer and a realtor. So we'll have him talk a little bit about how this kind of all comes together to actually close loans. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, actually, right? It will be the training once you join. So you heard about all the amazing tech and leads program that is definitely going to jumpstart your business, right? So what we want to make sure is that you're not spinning your wheels trying to figure it out, connecting the dots. So we have all sorts of support, which has already been expressed. We have our knowledge center, which is everything that we do, right? Great resource. Always go to the knowledge center before coming to your meetings, right? Be prepared. You have your team leaders. So once one of the customers accepts the quotes, clicks on start my loan application, submits that application, you get an email alert, your team leader gets an email alert, management gets an email alert. So we're all looking out to initially provide some guidance. Then you get the meeting with your team leader, go over the structure on the loan, go over the processes that, all the I's you have to dot and the T's you have to cross. All of that should be covered no more than 24 hours from the time that that initial loan application is submitted. Then if it's a non-del file, it will be disclosed internally. And if it's a brokered file, you go and you disclose it, but both need to be approved by your team leader. So a lot of support going on. How does this help out? Well, I'll give you a great example that's gonna allow it to hit home. We had one of our newer loan officers, not necessarily new to the business, had a little bit of experience under her belt, but limited experience in the non-QM world. She was very motivated, signed up for the her own leads program, and picks up this great lead, investment loan, 85%, $1,056,000 loan. However, there was a catch. They had just been denied by another lender, or broker, whatever they were, not through the mortgage calculator. So she had that initial structure meeting, and I gave her the guidance she needed, which was eventually a profit and loss loan. So this went from getting denied somewhere else as a full doc because they probably did not have profit and loss as an option. We came and analyzed it. She thought it was going to go, still talking about tax returns. She thought, okay, maybe bank statements, but after looking at bank statements, after looking at tax returns, we assess the situation according to guidelines and realize this is profit and loss all the way. And it closed 3 weeks and 2 days from that initial meeting. Obviously, there were subsequent meetings. There was also an appraisal transfer that had to be accomplished as well. All of that was accomplished. Also some guidance there as well. And she closed her loan and made a good commission on her first closing with the company as well. So that's just one of the many examples that we have where we grab you're going to be accelerated, right? You want to get producing. We want to make sure you don't spin your wheels because the technology and the leads is definitely going to allow you to immediately become productive. So looking to help all of you. Oh, and by the way, talking about support, actually, I am in the Zoom room also every day from 2 to 6 to get that extra special support. So not only team leaders, not only intake that discloses your files, submits your files, but then you have me also in the Zoom room. So definitely looking forward to helping you all structure your deals, get those non-QM deals closed at the mortgage calculator.
All right, thank you, Jose. So last thing here, and then we'll open it up to questions. I'm going to go through the next steps. So we'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat there, but the next step is to go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join. What you're going to do is sign up for the plan that's applicable to you. As Nick was saying, as a senior loan officer, that means you've closed 6 loans in the past 12 months, meaning you're an active loan officer, right? Currently active loan officer closing loans. So if you are, no problem, come on board as a senior. If not, also no problem, come on board as a loan officer and we will work to get you up to there so that you can become a senior. So go ahead and apply for the plan that's applicable to you. What's going to happen is it's going to take you right to sign that initial compensation agreement. Now, don't worry, you don't have to sign it right then. It's going to email you a copy, so take your time. But once you do sign that agreement, that's what's going to kick off the next steps, where we're going to reach out to get all of your other information and your documents and sponsor your license and all that kind of stuff. So first step is sign up here, sign that initial agreement, and that will kick off all of the next steps. So with that being said, Nick, we can go ahead and stop recording. We will open it up to questions. Go ahead and put any questions you have in the Q&A